Now, speaking of this essay, one of the coolest things about this essay is the inclusion of the original, a deeper synopsis of the original intended version of Rambo 3. A Rambo 3 that I only wish I could have seen. I only wish this could come to fruition. I contacted David Morrell and I asked him, where I could get this script. And he said, unfortunately, due to, Kuroko going bankrupt and all that, everything getting moved around, this probably is no longer in existence. And I think the only reference to it is in this book, is in this novelization. So it's another reason why you should go pick it up. He informed me. I'm trying to remember his exact words. He informed me that the script. He informed me, that in those days the writers weren't allowed to keep the scripts, and like I just said before, that with Kuroko going bankrupt and all the moving around, the script was lost. So if anybody out there has this script or has seen this script, please let me know. We'll have you on to talk about it. If you want, maybe I'll do an unabridged version of that script, like our James Cameron special. But I want to read you a little excerpt from the essay itself regarding this script, because I find it fascinating. I'm not going to go over the whole thing. I'm just going to read you a brief notification on the original version of Rambo 3. Because many of you probably don't even know that this was on the table. But it's fascinating, like I said, and I think you should know. So I'm just going to read a couple of little excerpts from this essay. So Mr. Morrell goes on to say that Kuroko Pictures, to quote Mr. Morrell, Kuroko Pictures immediately began plans for a third film. In a rare decision, they hired me to write the screenplay. I had nothing to do with the second film. Authors of source material are almost never consulted. For 2 days, I met with Andrew Vanya and Mario Casa, Kuroko's co-owners, along with their production supervisor, Buzz Feitchans. They had specific ideas about the concept, which they wanted to be about hostages, and the setting, which they wanted to be Central America, an unstable region back then. I suggested plot details, and this is the story we agreed on. Colonel Troutman is assigned to give military advice to a Latin American country that is friendly to the United States but is threatened by revolutionaries. Because things are calm for the moment, Troutman's wife and daughter accompany him with assurances from the American embassy that they will be safely escorted to various tourist locations. Rebels take over the embassy. However, Troutman's wife and daughter are held captive while Troutman is wounded in an attempt to stop the takeover. Cut to Rambo in the United States, where he's on top of a dizzyingly tall building that's under construction. In Rambo First Blood Part 2, the screenwriters decided that Rambo was part Native American. My novel First Blood does not suggest this. Some Native Americans are known for their skill at retaining their balance at great heights, and as a result, they're valued as workers on tall construction projects. I thought that this would be an interesting way to introduce the character, at the top of an immense city, surveying the horizon amid the solitude he craves. But after Rambo descends to the ground, he hears a news report about the embassy takeover and learns that Troutman's wife and daughter are among the hostages. The key to Rambo's character is that he hates what he is and the violence of which he is capable. Nothing can make him take up arms again, except loyalty to the man he thinks of as a father. In my novel First Blood, we learn that Rambo's biological father beat his mother. In my novelization for the second film, I added the details that After his mother died, Rambo joined the army, volunteered for special forces, and attracted Troutman's attention. Rambo and he developed an extremely complex relationship. Troutman is the father he wishes he had. The script then dramatized Rambo's determination to rescue Troutman's family. After the rebels transfer the hostages from the embassy to their base in the jungle, there's a dramatic scene in an eerie Mayan ruin, as well as an intense action sequence in which Rambo overcomes rugged chasms and raging rivers as he chases the rebels. For me, the main point of the script occurred in the climactic rescue when Troutman's wife shows that she is indeed the wife of a special forces colonel. Troutman taught her how to use automatic weapons, and in one scene, she and Rambo standing side by side, firing at the enemy while explosions roar near them. The rebels threatened her daughter, and by God, she wants to get even. So there you have it. There is the excerpt from this wonderful essay. Sorry, you guys, it's $5. Just go out and buy it. And like I said, it's 8 hours of different Rambo. This is a Rambo that is much more like the Rambo in First Blood. This is a Rambo much more like the Rambo in Rambo 4. And to see that kind of, to see how they went, eventually with the third one, even though I love Rambo 3 to death, I really think that Sly and company kind of missed the ball when it comes to what they could have had. So coming up next, we're going to take a look at Rambo of Arabia, the third novelization by David Morrell, concluding his Rambo trilogy. Reformatted by the creator himself. This is fascinating. It's fascinating stuff. It's fascinating. A little other note is Morrell even notes here that the original setting for Rambo 3, the producers had planned to shoot his script in Jamaica, using it as a double for a volatile Central American city. So this is pretty cool.